Welcome to another episode of Seijin Comics. I'm your host. It's your boy Joda. It's my co-host
Gibson. What's good, y'all?
Everybody easy. I'm a little bit under the weather. Part of the voice. I know I'm a little hoarse, you know. But today we're talking about Titans, season 2, episode 3.
Yep.
The best episode for this season so far. That's a fact. I love this episode. It was amazing.
As far as to say it's one of the best Titan episodes
ever, right? It's one of the best ever. I love this episode. It was dope.
If this is only the third episode, which means it's supposed to get better from here.
Yeah, like it's
so like after seeing this, it just made me want to get even more in tune with Titans.
Facts. Super dope episode. Well, we got to see a little bit more of the training sequences that they've been doing. You know, the blindfolded Beast Boy's getting better. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so you ain't gonna get beat up no more.
That's great. That's a fact.
Raven as well.
Raven is doing awesome too. Man.
Even though you know we see that little part where she.
Alright, we can speak on that too. You know, like during the training session, Raven took a hit. And like she went full like demon mode on,
which I like the way they designed her like, mode better.
What?
Instead of the blackened out, she has the red eyes.
Yeah, it looks amazing.
It
looks amazing. Great there's a great sequence.
Oozes out of her. It's a hint of purple now.
The effects look awesome too. Like I felt like that was dope too. Also, I love the writing in this episode. The writing was just great.
This was just really
like the directing was great. We could also touch on what happened to Starfire. If you remember at the end of the last episode, like Starfire basically got kidnapped, you know, and we found out that it was one of the royal guards from her planet sent to go bring her back home. And then we get the revelation that, you know, they had a fling before, you know.
They had a fling. And not only that, but the reason he's coming to get her is that she's supposed to be queen.
Yeah, she's supposed to be queen, and she ain't needed.
You know, I really thought that would have been a huge storyline, but the way they're playing it out is like that's just like this was just like a little teaser to let us know that it's going to be more. Especially because they name dropped her sister Blackfire.
And like it was just like we just had a lot of information, a lot of backstory on Starfire, and you know, like the scenes were great, and you know, like I think that it would be dope for her to have another love interest, and how they interact together in the future would probably be dope. And if he sticks around, you know, would he stick around and be a part of the? Would he help out the Titans if necessary? That would be a cool thing.
For her home planet.
You know, like that would be pretty dope too. What else happened, Gibbs?
All right, so.
There's so much, right?
There's so much because there was a lot that in these training sessions you've seen a lot of Raven and Beast Boy versus Jason.
Yeah.
And like the reason why I feel like that's a big thing is because in the last episode, you know, they had that little moment where Dick told Jason like, "Yo, you kind of the leader. You're the one that got more experience out of everybody." You know what I'm saying? And like now looking at the training sessions after rewatching the episode, it kind of shows. Even though they're all training the same thing, it shows that Jason has more.
Yeah, it's a fact.
That little moment plays into a big part in the overall episode.
Okay.
And it's the whole Jason's character arc, which
We see it building,
and where he's rebelling against Dick. You know what I'm saying? He feels like he's a reject, like Bruce threw him away. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot to talk about with Jason Todd. I was skeptical to see how much they was gonna really have Jason Todd involved, but he's a full-fledged.
He's there.
So like,
he's part of the story.
Another thing I want to talk about with Jason Todd is that like, I don't know if I want to really bounce around the episode as much. Matter of fact, let's not bounce around the episode. Let me get a little bit back to Starfire.
Okay.
Last season, they kind of tried to point out the dynamic between Raven and Corey, how they have the little light and dark dynamic.
Facts.
In their unique relationship.
Facts.
Like they balance each other out.
Facts.
We got to see a lot of the character relationships. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And the way the relationships are playing out. Like we got to see Dick and Hank. We got to see Donna and Corey interact. We got to see Dawn and Hank interact. You know, we got a lot of interaction. Like, you have Hank talking about how he wants to do the hero life. Being back in that place is magical. It makes him want to. And you know, there was a lot. There was a lot of exposition. We officially got the name Titans Tower.
It's a fact.
Like,
also, you know,
the whole part with the older Titans, like,
let's talk about the older Titans for a second. Like,
let's single out Donna Troy too.
I mean, like, yo,
because there's a lot to go about. That
even with Donna, like, when the conversations that they've been having is just hinting at a fact that there was a very, very traumatic situation that happened prior to this off camera, and I feel like they're gonna do a flashback back to it,
which,
you know what I'm saying, and it looks like, you know, but they're talking about, you know, it just seems like it's a very dark thing that happened, and it, you know, it really bruised everybody. And at the same time, they also spoke about the fact that Hawk still spoke about the fact that if it was back in the day, the older Robin wouldn't have been super brutal about everything. And clearly we see that when I say Robin, I mean Dick. And Dick is trying to do things, he's trying to go about things a better way and not be as brutal. However, you know, we have the situation with, we have Dr. Light that's still there.
Yeah, there's a lot to go about. This is going to be a long video. One thing I wanted to talk about with like the whole dark traumatic situation involving DeathStroke and Donna Troy and them is that, alright, so we had a whole running theory that it might have been Kid Flash or Aqualad that have died and killed. Like, maybe Kid Flash isn't in the picture and it's Aqualad, but we haven't seen Aqualad at all outside of flashbacks so far. And then, like, Donna's reaction when they're talking about it, it's just, I don't know how to, like, she was hurt. She's traumatized. Like, she's like, I'm not here for round 2. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And, like, it's like a little flashback when they're, like, opening up the elevator doors and you see her and Aqualad together. It seems like there was a relationship. And that's what makes me think that Aqualad was killed.
Yeah.
Because she's so traumatized.
She's like,
she's not talking as if,
like,
it doesn't seem like, oh, he just got hurt.
Yeah.
Because if he just got hurt, she would just wanted revenge. You know what I'm saying? But the way she's going about it makes it seem like he's dead, and she's really, like, that's why she stepped away from him.
It has to be something. And, you know, like, they basically alluded to the fact that Deathstroke basically broke him down. And prior to this, and now he's back. Cause remember, if you remember, prior to this, when Deathstroke was first introduced, we were like, why is he so angry at the Titans? Like, you know, like, what is that? Like, what's going on? But now we see that they have history, you know, off camera, and I feel that's dope. And, like,
this is a good segue into Rose, because Rose has a little instance where she says, he killed my brother. Now, the reason, like, okay, I don't think he necessarily killed him. I think they might be going the route of Grant Wilson, who tried to be like Deathstroke, took the serum, was killed by Hive, and then you got Deathstroke vowed to destroy the Titans. I think that's the route that they're going to build upon it, you know, because we do know that they're eventually going to do the Judas contract.
It's coming.
It's definitely coming. And like, so I think that's the brother Rose is referring to, opposed to it being Jericho, because we haven't seen Jericho yet, but we do know he's in the season.
I do have to say that the actress, Chelsea Zhang, is amazing. The actress that plays Rose is absolutely amazing.
Yes.
I love her. I love sarcasm, everything she's doing as a character.
Like, the most genuine scene we've gotten out of her wasn't when she's talking to Dick and interacting with anybody else, but Raven. So her and Raven have the Bad Dads Club situation going on.
Great
and
scene.
Their interaction was just, you see her start off very standoffish, and like, she eventually starts warming up to Raven. So that's going to be a cool relationship to see.
Ultimately, we're seeing that she's beginning to slowly let down her guard. And, you know, I feel like, you know, all the scenes, every scene that she's in is a great scene, and I'm looking forward to seeing
she's
more
definitely
for her
one
as
of
a
my
character.
favorite characters so far.
Absolutely.
And this is only 3 episodes in.
Yeah,
there's
awesome.
a lot because we still haven't even gotten a scene with Superboy. Like, going back to Beast Boy seems to be like taking his training serious, that he's operating computers.
Yes, Beast
like,
Boy is stepping up in the
new.
team.
You know what I'm
He's
saying?
definitely
Like,
stepping up.
He's stepping up within the team. Like, everybody's finding their roles.
Truly.
You know what I'm saying? Raven can't necessarily control her abilities yet. Like, she hasn't handled all of them.
Yeah.
But, like, this makes me think that they're going to go where she slowly loses her emotions. Not all of them. But, like, she just becomes more and more reserved and gets more control over her abilities. To become the true comic book accurate Raven. And, like, they stepped it up. They really, like, they just stepped it up. Like, just going from episodes 1, 2, and 3. Like, episode 1 was from last season. Episode 2 was, like, you started seeing, like, some of the hints of what was to come. And then episode 3 finally delivered.
I mean, if you're a fan of the show, then you know that I've been very, very disappointed with Titans for this season so far. But now this episode really changed everything. It's a great episode. Like, now, like, I feel like, yo, they off to the races. It's gonna be great.
Yeah. And then, like, so we still haven't even gotten to the part with Dr. Light.
Dr. Light.
Dr. Light. Okay, so Dr. Light's, you know, needs to recharge. You know, you have the original Titans go out.
Yeah.
They are completely unaware that he's aligned with Deathstroke. I don't understand how. Like, as soon as we saw him getting broken down in the episode, we was like, oh, Deathstroke is definitely doing this. Especially because he walked out and didn't see anybody. Oh, yeah, that's Deathstroke.
Come on.
You get what I'm saying? But, like, they don't know that. And because he's working with Deathstroke, he's fully aware of not only who they are, but how many of them they were ambushing him.
Absolutely.
And this is all part of Deathstroke's plan. Put them in panic mode and just watch how they react. Because he, like I said, we know that they're building up to the Jews contract. We are slowly seeing this. Dr. Light thinks he's going to get his revenge now. Nah, he's a pawn.
Absolutely a pawn.
Absolutely a pawn. But he completely wrecks he wipes the floor with them. And we do get 2 good special effects scenes out. Well, 3, because I actually do like the alpha for Dr. Light. Like, it seems more realistic. The effects was pretty much really good. I like his energy blast. Yeah. I like Donna Troy's super speed and her
and the rope.
Yep, the lasso.
Yes, definitely.
You see Hank get injured, and then, you know, we have that little interaction with Hank and Dick where you get angry at each other, but then we find out that Dick feels responsible for what has happened in the past.
Exactly.
And
which is why he says that he's trying to do things differently now
with these Titans.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then, you know, Hank apologizes, which shows, you know, character development between Hank and Dick's relationship between seasons 1 and 2, because it was really rocky episode. Season 1. And then in season 2,
you see that Hank wants to be around. He wants to be a part of the Titans. He wants to be here. So that's dope. And then we also see that, you know, after, like, they weren't able to apprehend Mr. Light, Dr. Light. Pardon me, Dr. Light. We saw that Robin, Jason Todd wanted to challenge Dick's authority, which was not a good idea. And, you know, he took a little loss, but that's what was the catalyst for Jason to hit up Beast Boy.
Yeah, him and Beast Boy going on
and
a mission.
You know, he took Beast Boy on a mission. Beast Boy did not want to go, and you know
he was trying to call Dick like, yo, let's as soon as we find something. And so it was like, yo, we got this. And to an extent, he had this because he was definitely kicking Dr. Light's ass. Yeah. Like, he was mopping the floor with him. Like, at first, you know, he got hurt. He got hit a few times. And then
he remembered what
Dick told him. Which, you know, it shows the mentor relationship there a little bit.
Yes, absolutely.
And then, like, he starts, I think he fights with his eyes closed, just starts going off a sound.
He starts realizing he can
because he was wiping.
Start putting the beats on him.
Yeah,
you know,
really bad.
And that shows that Jason's heart is still in the right place. He's just, you know, He's just stubborn. If he
I
can
feel like they're
listen,
making him the Damien of the Titans.
it's kind of like, you know, like he wants to, but you know, like it's just he's just a stubborn kid.
Because he wants
And
the approval, but
he wants the approval. But that led to what now? You know, not realizing that Deathstroke is really like moving all of the pieces on the board, and essentially it seems that he got
which is funny
kidnapped.
because we get to see the suit from the trailer scene where we thought it was two different outfits, but no, it's the same outfit. It's just different area.
Yeah.
And with the red eye, which makes no sense because if I'm not mistaken, that's the eye he's blinded.
Yeah.
Like, it's the eye he's blinded.
It was a choice, you know what I'm saying? It was a choice. I think it kind of looks cool though still, but I mean, it's just like...
Who knows? He probably lost his eye in the fight with the last time he fought the Titans.
I mean, yeah, and let's be clear, like, to take it back to Rose, she really confirmed that, like, he definitely stabbed her in...
Her eye.
In her eye. He stabbed his daughter in the eye. This is really crazy. So, like, I don't know. You know, like, that's where we're at right now, and it's pretty crazy. But this episode was super dope.
What, we got, like, 4 fight scenes? This is the most action we've gotten in the Titans episode so far. And I hope they do every episode like this.
It should be. You know the thing about it, to just reiterate what you're talking about, bro. Like, it's just, it was action, and then there was also
great exposition.
Like the pacing of this episode was just it's just overall awesome. You know what I'm saying? Dope. Every episode should be like this. So if guys from DC are looking at these,
like, I don't think, like, okay, so what do you think is going to go down with Jason? I don't think he's going to die here, but I think he's going to learn a lesson. To listen to others.
You know,
because, like, we get these little shots where all throughout the episode where you really see the group or him way behind people, always in the background. Disenfranchising himself with the team.
Yeah.
And this obviously we all waiting to see the right hook.
It definitely did.
It's just they have a chance to do a lot.
They're definitely doing a lot of foreshadowing and like with everything, and like I said, like if every episode could be like this, be dope. You know what I mean?
This is obviously one of our favorite episodes.
I want to just shout out to the actor that's playing Deathstroke. I said the casting for the show is just really like spot on, great overall. Like everything, it's just great casting for overall.
So let's talk about the Dick versus Rose fight before we wrap it up. That was obviously my favorite part of the episode because Rose was probably the character I was looking forward to the most in this season. Like Deathstroke too, like the whole Deathstroke family is the thing I was looking forward to the most. And like we get to see that she is probably the second best fighter there. And I'm saying second best fighter, meaning like I think she's not better than Dick, but better than Jason.
Absolutely. Now Rose is a beast.
Exactly.
She's an absolute beast.
We get a hint to Nightwing because when she cuts his staff, and then
we saw that was dope.
And then he started really getting into it. You know what I'm saying?
It was dope. Dick stepped it up 1,000 trillion as far as being a leader. I feel like he's really like getting into like his own lane and really like locking in with it, and that's dope too as a character.
Yeah, he's definitely becoming a more empathetic and compassionate character, not
more
angry.
centered as well.
Oh, okay. Another thing, Trigon's killed because they said that several times in the episode. Trigon's dead. He ain't dead. There is no way in the world Trigon's dead. Like, he's not dead. But they said that, so I just, they kind of just something.
But she said like basically, she said.
No, she said basically, but then when she was talking to Starfire, they both confirmed that he was killed, or at least she thinks he's killed.
How can he live? That's like a epic threat. Like now you have what kind of threats right now? It's.
I mean, we get the name drop of Hive.
So, I don't know.
Excuse me.
But
I think that wraps up today's episode.
Facto.
So you already know what it is, guys. Like, comment, share, subscribe.